Live and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D Real coming at you with another Be Real with D Real, where edutainment is what I do. Black History Moment. Yeah, Black History Moment. I like Black History Moments. Y'all like Black History Moments? Well, at the request of many of you, y'all said we want you to keep doing Black History Moments, D Real. So here at Be Real with D Real, we strive to do nothing else if make an honest attempt to give the people what they want. Throw a quick term out there for you. The Little Rock Nine is what we're going to be talking about today. What's the Little Rock Nine? Well, while y'all scrambling to Google it, also do this. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D Real page so that when new material comes out, you get it. If you're digging with a brother, y'all put some dirt in my bucket. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the page. Little Rock 9. Let's talk about it. Well, just like it says down at history.com. Okay, the young African-American woman in the center of that picture is named Elizabeth Eckford. Almost kind of sounds like a Marvel Comics name, you know, like Reed Richards, Peter Parker, Bruce Banner, you know, that kind of a thing. But now that's her government name. That's the name her mama and them gave her. And she is going to school for the first time at an integrated school. If you look at the people around her, look at that girl on the right. Look at that look on her face. She don't even look like she in high school. That look like a grown-ass woman over there on the right. And then behind Elizabeth, this woman and the woman on the left, or the lady, girl, whatever she is, she doesn't look like she cares one way or the other, but she ain't neither helping, you know, with the way them folks is, you know, they looking like they want to do something to her. You know what I mean? Like Bernie Mac used to say, you looking at me like you want to do something to me. You know, they looking nasty, you know. But the particulars, it was a group of 9 students, 9 black students, in, of course, Little Rock, Arkansas, who were the first to go to an integrated school. And this is what they were looking at, going to an integrated school. Okay, you had Brown versus the Board of Education. And now, if y'all don't know what Brown versus the Board of Education is, I don't know. But long story short, it basically said it is unconstitutional for schools to be segregated. And now, I'm gonna just go real. I'm gonna get back to Little Rock 9, but I promise y'all need to know this. If you ever went, and I'm talking to my people of African American descent here, if you ever had the privilege or the latitude to attend a predominantly black school, and I mean predominantly black school in the inner city, and a predominantly white school, you will find that the level of education is a little better at that white school. You will find that the facilities are a little nicer at that white school. You will find that everything, the programs, the funding, all of that is better at a predominantly Caucasian school. Ask me how I know. I'd have had the latitude to attend both types. And so I have seen with my own 2 eyes that the state and federal government do not give a PHUCK about kids in the inner city for the most part, at least when I was going to school. They might have improved it, but I'm telling you, she had it hard. I didn't have it as hard as her, but I didn't have it super easy either. They wasn't all out front like, and I can imagine there's all kind of N-bombs flying. But bottom line, yeah, this is what you was looking at. Now, It was also called the Little Rock Crisis because the students were initially prevented from entering the school. The Black students were prevented initially from entering the school. Now, all 9 of these students, and I will give you their names. Their names are Melba Patillo, Minnie Jean Brown, Ernest Green, Gloria Ray Carlmark, Carlotta Walls, Thelma Mothershed, Terrence Roberts, Jefferson Thomas, and of course, Elizabeth Eckford, as we can see. They all got together the night before and decided for safety purposes, we gonna try to come all to school together in one group so that if somebody do say something, we don't all be stuck by ourselves solo dolo. Elizabeth Eckford had the misfortune of not having a phone in her home, and so therefore had to come to this solo dolo. Now I ask you, is this any way for a 15, 16-year-old child to be treated by their peers? Make no mistake, they might look grown, but everybody in that picture, except for the National Guardsman and that dude in the back in the sunglasses, maybe, are students. And so that is students showing rancor, evil intent, hatred towards this young African-American child. Now, why? Why? Because segregation was the order of the day. You stay on your side of town, I stay on my side of town. You drink from your raggedy, dilapidated water fountain, and we'll drink from our crisp, clean, well-maintained ones. That's where we were living. That's the era we were in. And there were civil rights movements being made all over the country, and there was people who raged and railed against it. Some people with legislation, and some people straight up physically. You know what I'm saying? With violent terroristic acts to keep things from happening because they wanted to maintain that status quo. Now, the U.S. Supreme Court had issued the landmark decision of Brown versus the Board of Education in May of 1954. And they tied it to the 14th Amendment of the Constitution, and they declared all laws that said schools had to be segregated as unconstitutional. And by 1957, the NAACP had those students that I mentioned to you earlier attend Central High, which was in Little Rock. They are the only ones to go through some stuff like initially. I don't say they're the only ones, but they were the ones to go through this initially. 8 of the Little Rock 9 are still drawing breath on this earth. What I want to bring your attention to is this, not to harp on the fact that we got indignities and indifferences and inequities in this country, but simply to say, look at where we were opposed to where we are now. No beratement, no negative connotation to it, just simply saying, look at where we are now, 2023, compared to 1957, where you had to have the National Guard outside of a high school to protect little Black children from being mauled or murdered or raped or worse on school grounds. Because trust me, if there hadn't been no kind of deterrent there, the Little Rock 9 would have went down in history in a very different way, just like the little girls in the church. Okay? I don't like to harp on racist things. I really don't. If y'all want to learn more about the Little Rock Nine and a lot of the things that they went through. There are motion pictures on the event that you can Google, because y'all Google everything for verification and to correct somebody. Google to see this for yourself, to read up on it, because I don't want reading to be a difficult thing. We need to read more. We need to crack some books open. I mean, it's good if you're on Kindle or you have more books read to you, that's fine. Get some information in your cranium. Knowledge always has been and always will be power. Could you be a pioneer like the Little Rock Nine and deal with what they had to deal with? I know in this generation now, I wish some folks would, but we talk about being deep behind enemy lines, dog. We talk about being deep, deep, deep behind enemy lines, okay? Can we establish a beachhead? That's the goal, right? Hopefully we find out. Hopefully we find out. But where we've been, where we were in 1957, as I said, there are people still alive walking this earth. Talk to some people. Talk to some people and ask them why their memory is still good. What did they have to go through? What did you have to go through in 1965? What did you have to go through in 1963, 1970? Ask them. Ask them the kind of things they had to deal with, the kind of people they had to deal with. This is what I'm saying to y'all. These people ain't dead. These people who treated them a certain way, these people who talked to them a certain way, these people who called them out of their name, a lot of these people are still alive and walking. Talk to them too, if you can, and get their perspective. See what they think. See what they feel. I know that a lot of y'all are thinking, and I know I'm going on long, and I swear I'm about to wrap. Why should we care about what racist people think? Understanding what a person thinks and what a person thinks like help you to better understand them. All I need to know about a racist is I can see that in the comments now. But that wasn't what this was about. This was about a Black History moment and bringing you some enlightenment to a situation that you may not have been aware of that has helped to shape the way you live now. That's it for me. But fret not, I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.